The days are getting longer, buyers are getting more active, and sellers are preparing for the busy spring season ahead. March is typically when momentum builds, and this year should be no exception, as we are already seeing signs that the market is heating up. We're seeing clear signs of renewed energy across nearly every property type. Activity is picking up, and prices in most categories are trending upward as demand builds heading into the springtime. The one exception right now is the condo market. Apartment-style condos saw prices adjust downward compared to last month and are sitting below where they were this time last year. That said, as detached homes and townhomes continue to see price growth, condos may become increasingly attractive because of their affordability. That opens the door for first-time home buyers trying to enter the market and investors looking for opportunity. In other words, while some segments are heating up quickly, condos could represent strategic value right now. Let's break down what happened in the greater Edmonton area in February. We saw just over 1,600 sales, which is a significant 39.7% increase compared to January, showing that momentum is clearly building. However, that number is still down 11.5% compared to February of last year. New listings came in at just over 3,000, up 23.6% month over month and 15.4% higher than this time last year. That tells us sellers are preparing early for spring. Inventory levels also rose, up 11.4% from January and sitting 34.6% higher than February of 2025. So buyers are seeing more choice compared to this time last year. When it comes to pricing, the average selling price across all residential property types increased 1.4% from January to almost $450,000 and sits 1.5 higher percent than last year. The MLS Home Price Index Composite benchmark is $419,600, up 0.9% month over month, but down 2.1% compared to February of 2025. What does that mean in plain terms? The market is gaining momentum, sales are climbing, inventory is building, and pricing is showing modest upward movement overall, but we're not seeing runaway growth. This is shaping up to be competitive but balanced spring market. The Tri-Region remains a strong place to live, work, play, and to own real estate. Prices are generally speaking affordable for families to own property both residentially and rural. It remains an area that attracts people, and people love being a part of that action. So let's break down what's happening in Spruce Grove, Stony Plain, and Parkland County. For single-family homes in Spruce Grove, March started out with 209 active listings with a median list price of almost $525,000. We saw a slight increase in sales with 62 recorded in February, the median sale price of $448,000. The number of active condo listings in Spruce Grove at the start of March rose from last month to 20 with a median list price of $288,450. And sales were also up with 7 reported at a median sale price of almost $219,000. For single-family homes in Stony Plain, March started out with a slightly higher 60 active listings with a median list price of just over $522,000. Month over month, February sales were comparable with 20 reported with a median sale price of $438,675. When we take a look at condos in Stony Plain, active listings doubled from the previous month with 15 and a median list price of $209,900. Sales activity also increased. 8 sales were reported with a median sale price of just over $174,000. Heading over to Parkland County. In the country residential sector with a median list price of just over $1 million, the 55 active listings at the beginning of March was again comparable to the previous month. However, the number of sales was lower compared to last month with only 10 reported with a median sale price of $655,000. For vacant land in Parkland County, we kicked off March with 68 active listings, up very slightly from the previous month. However, the median list price again remained consistent at $329,000. The number of sales in this sector dropped by half month over month, with just 5 reported with a median sale price of $254,000. As we head deeper into spring, strategy is going to matter. Buyers need to understand where competition is increasing, and sellers need to price and prepare properly to stand out, especially with more listings hitting the market. If you're thinking about making a move in 2026 or simply want to understand what these numbers mean for your neighborhood and property type, I'd be happy to walk you through it. Reach out anytime with questions, and I'll see you next month for another update.